Hello everyone, I'm Varuna Gunasekaran. I represent the Ceylon Petroleum Storage Terminals Limited. I'm here today to present my paper on CPSTL Filling Station Self-care mobile application, which is extending the connectivity of Sri Lankan downstream petroleum industry. Thank you very much for all the organizers of ICLSC 2021 and the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport. So basically, my paper is regarding the sales order process of the downstream Sri Lankan petroleum industry. So the research background is basically sales orders, how the customer and the supplier is dealing with their particular sales orders. So it deals with business-to-business information systems, and especially the fact that the supplier's information system is being integrated at the customer's level. So with respect to the Sri Lankan downstream petroleum industry, it has got two major marketing companies and one logistics company, which is CPSTL. So in here, what we are dealing is about basically regarding the sales order process, how it is being used. So one of the biggest problems with respect to the sales order process, which was existing at the time, was that the supplier did not have any information regarding the storage levels of the customer. In this case, that is the petroleum industry and the filling stations. So during the study, we have found out that most of the sales returns or the consignment returns take place due to this factor, which is 37% to be exact. And another 13% of this is due to the inefficiencies of the existing sales order process. So in that context, with respect to the methods that are being handled, we have observed that several multiple manual and computer-based systems are in order. That is, that customers are placing the sales order via faxes, emails, sometimes by visiting the plant and filling out a document, or sometimes via a phone call. So the the personnel at CPSTL is capturing the details of the sales order via these traditional methods, and then utilizing or reproducing the sales order at SAP ERP system. And so these are basically primary modes of communication, and they have been maintaining hard copies, keeping records of documents. So this gap has been a bottleneck, or maybe it has led to several losses due to return notes. So our research has been focused on to look at the previous studies and see how sales order processes and how the customer and supplier integrations take place, and what they have found out, and what studies have been carried out with respect to this. Then to identify the pain points, the bottlenecks, and the inefficiencies of the existing system. Then to come up with a methodology to eradicate all those drawbacks and come up with a proper systemized solution, which will facilitate or ease all the pain points in the previous process, and to come up with something new, which is a value addition or a benefit which was not there in the previous system, and then to devise a particular solution and implement this, and streamline the process. So what we have with the literature review and the thing is, what we have come up as a methodology to implement is that the best possible solution is to be a mobile application. That is considering the web application and the length of the customers. Like we are having almost CPC customer or a filling station here is there at any particular point in the Sri Lankan geography. So it can be anywhere. So the mobile application is the best thing. Like it can reach almost any location, not 100%, but what we have come up with the best solution is to come up with a B2B application, definitely. And that we have chosen not to be a web application, but to be a mobile application. So what we are planning to do is like to get the original sales order in the electronic format to a mobile application. Then it will be transferred to an intermediate server. Then it will reach CPSTL site. Then at the end, it will be directly integrated to the SAP ERP system. So from the starting point or the origin from the CPC filling station, the sales order information will be captured electronically. So which will minimize the repetition of one person saying something or writing something down and faxing to the another. So from the point of origin, the sales order information will be in a digital format. So the digital, the next phase will be the integration to the SAP ERP system. So for that, we'll be having the predefined SAP business process management methodology. So it will be a kind of a project. Then there will be as-is analysis. There will be a to-be process design. Then the solution transformation on how to capture the data and integrate with the SAP transactions and processes. So as my paper goes on to say, the system implementation has been completed. We have come up with the mobile application with all the dealers, CPC dealers or CPC filling stations in the country. They have done this in a strategic way. Like we have not gone for island-wide implementation immediately. We have gone with the regional offices, the say 10 filling stations at a time. We have given them the mobile application. We have trained them. Then we have asked them to enter the stock levels at their filling stations. Then for a period of nearly 2 years, they have been using the mobile application. And we have been encouraging them to use the mobile application, which is somewhat hard in change management process. So over the 2 to 3 years, it has been, all the filling stations have adopted that. And currently, all the dealers, say to 100%, more than 1,150 dealers have been using them. So they've been their traditional methods like emails and faxes and telephone calls have been replaced by the mobile application. And the next thing which we have achieved is like we have gained access to the information that how much of petrol 92 or 95 or super diesel or diesel, how much of the stocks are you having now? So with that information, it gives a leverage to CPSTL to see whether to prioritize which are the most priority or which are the filling stations that needs fuel faster, and say whether this load can be unloaded at the customer's location or will there not be any enough sufficient space and all that. And apart from that, all this time CPSTL, they were having only the stocks at their own storage tanks at their own locations. But with this implementation, they have gained access to the amount of fuel that is there at the island-wide filling stations as well, which is a big deal considering the fuel shortages and the other concerns which have been troubling the general public for so long. So now they have access to the information about how much stocks that are there even at the filling stations. So about the strengths of the application, this is almost a near real-time solution. Say that will be like almost 1 minute delay between the mobile application and the web server and the SAP. So the total maximum delay should be something around 2 to 3 minutes. So it's almost a near real-time solution. So it's not a perfect solution, but still with respect to the existing solution which we have been using for the past decades. So it's a online and real-time solution which has, say, that much of a visibility towards the 3 ends. So we have almost eradicated all the human errors that have been caused in the past by both the customers and the CPSTL personnel. And the reporting mechanism has been flexible, and the users have been downloading both the sales personnel, the area officers, and even the dealers, the filling station staff. They have started maintaining their stocks and orders to a certain level. And the most important thing, we have got rid of the bulk prints and hard copies that we used to keep, especially the faxes. So it's like we have reduced almost up to 85%. 85% in the sense still we are not the CPC consumers are not using the mobile application. Still the filling stations are doing so. So the rest of the things are still going with the old methods, and we have to transform the process in the same manner as well. So we have got digital backup of records. Say previously, if the hard copy is missing, you will not have access to the order placed by the dealer, but still in this new system, we'll be having digital backups of the information of the times, places, and all the mobile numbers which have placed the orders, and that there will be a backup and sort of a digital library. So access to customers' location information. Say the biggest thing we have done is like we have extended our information system to all the corners of the island, so that we have gained access to the storage information of the filling stations in the country. So with respect to weaknesses, there are quite a few. Say the solution is solely based on cellular signal reception. Although the telcos claim they have island-wide access, there are still blind spots, and there are very much weaker signal receptive areas. So even us, we are failing the same connectivity with respect to the filling stations. Like some of them are having difficulties in placing orders. So hopefully things will improve in the upcoming years. And the current mobile application is not that much of interactive. The features are at minimum level, and it's available on Android applications only. So it needs to go from Android to Apple phones and maybe tablets. And there are quite a bit of security features that needs to be added to the mobile application, encryption and all that. Say if we are supposed to implement features like online payments and mobile app payments for the filling station, so upgrading security features is a must. And currently it's been only used by CPC filling stations, so we need to extend them to CPC consumers as well. So as I've spoke, there are quite a lot of future applications that are having the potential. Say like we can impart the delivery notifications to the dealers, like whether your tank lorry has left CPSTL terminals and it's on their way. Maybe we can give a live track of the tank lorry, where the tank lorry is right now. Maybe the payment information. Maybe we can embed the payment gateway, as I told earlier, so that they can make the payment through the mobile application as well. Then we can have some sort of customer CRM features, customer relationship management features, such as way to provide suggestions, maybe rate the delivery drivers and all that, and to get up the complaints. Then we are currently working on notifications, like broadcast messages, like to let to know the may they be fuel price revisions, maybe the availability of CPSTL plants, whether they've been working on POE days and all that, and what are the holidays. So as I've told earlier, say we can impart GPS or IoT regarding the fuel stock levels and where the particular tank lorry is, and the estimated time, maybe ETA for your location. So that has been the mobile application, like CPSTL Filling Station Self-care application, which we have developed as a solution after analyzing the pain points of the existing CPSTL sales order process, which we used to have. So we have been able to extend the boundaries of our information system towards the endpoint of the customer. So that's it from my end. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ISLSC, for providing me this opportunity.